you another new video. Today we'll be reading the poem of Jennifer Lopez, who needs no introduction. Singer, songwriter, businesswoman, philanthropist, actress. She has done it all. Dancer, I think even designer, brand ambassador. Now let's see where her talent comes from. Her talent comes from Apollo. Now we see that Apollo, the best thing about her hand is no matter how successful she is, she does not have what do you say, any sign of self-indulgence. We see that the third phalanges all are, none of them are stuffed. They are all, what do you say, they are all very thin. The third phalanges are strong but are very thin. So this shows that the person is very, very fit throughout life. We even see her now. I think she is above 50, and she is more fit than women who are in their 20s. And many people would say, oh, she has a personal trainer, but come on, there are celebrities, businesswomen who are even richer than her. Of course, she has $400 million self-made money, but just saying that there are women richer than her and not even that fit at her age. And it's just like she's just super fit. And this all comes from two mounts, the the Apollo mount and the Venus mount. Before this, I did the poem reading of Rihanna, and you could see that the Apollo and Venus, because this is the goddess of fertility, this is the goddess of beauty, this is the goddess of love, this is the goddess or god of attraction of the sun. It's called the sun mount. So even one of these mounts being developed shows attractiveness. But when both are developed, so this type of people become one of the most attractive people across the globe. So that is true for her. We also see that her Mercury finger is excellent. Mercury mount is excellent. So talent is above average, because we see that it is going above this indication, which shows above average talent. So we see here this Mercury finger, it represents a person. It doesn't recommend see, it represents intelligence, but natural intelligence, being street smart, etc. So for her, she was raised like from the Bronx. She came from poverty, Puerto Rican parents, but she has never forgotten, her heritage, because we see that the lines of life and lines of head and life are joined, and they are joined till, I would say, the mid 20s. And that was the moment she quit being a dancer and pursued her acting career. And then at 28, we see that she was cast as Selena and was the first leading Latina actress to get $1 million for a leading role. So then her success just skyrocketed, because at 30, then she released her debut album following the Latin American craze, which was initiated by Ricky Martin, and she hasn't looked back since. So we also see a very strong Mercury line. We see a very strong Sun line starting from like near the mid 20s itself. So that means that the person gets early fame. We also see that she has capacity to remain famous consistently, and this is shown by what I was mentioning, that her hand is not puffy. Her hand is very, like, some people have undeveloped mounts, some people have very developed mounts, but her every characteristic, however, is in moderation. So this perfect balance leads to the person having a lot of success in every sphere of life. That is one reason. And the other thing is that her logic phalange is also very strong. Like if you see the thumb, the logic phalange and the even the will phalange, they are equally strong. So this shows a balance. The fingers are balanced on a balanced arc. Even though born in poverty, she started taking lessons for dance and music at the age of 3 or 5, according to her biography. So you see, everything is balanced. So when everything is balanced, you get success. Now the reason for Apollonian people having like multiple marriages, multiple partners, is because they have a fear of commitment. Like they, in her work, in or to a person, like in a professional life or even to a friend, they will have 100% commitment. But these people, they like go through many relationships. Then they have one long-term relationship. I think her longest term relationship was Mark Anthony, but that also broke up. It's same with Rihanna. She has constantly had short-term relationships, because she also has like Rihanna, Scarlett Johansson. They all have Apollo mount developed, Apollo and Venus developed, and all three are among the most beautiful women in the world. So the Apollonian women and men, they have fear of commitment. That's why they have, like, they want to experiment. Like they experiment, they experiment with every field. Rihanna, Scarlett Johansson, and Jennifer Lopez, they don't want to earn from one field. That's why they're always experimenting in different fields. So that experimentation also leads to their personal life being very open ended. So but again, she I think has reunited with Ben Affleck. So the thing is, it's not for money because she's of course richer than most of the men she's with, but it's because of this fear of commitment, and so that happens. So again, tendency to be in short-term relationships. But if that's the way she wants, if the partners are willing to have short-term relationships, then it's okay. It's her life. And we also see the excellent amount of moon here, which again stands for creativity. It stands for international success. Because a person like what you say, having the moon mount stands for foreign settlement, foreign success. She, of course, she is in a Puerto Rican, but Puerto Rican also have the, I think they also share the American visa or get the American visa easily. But the thing is, her success is worldwide. It's not limited to one North America. It's gone to South Asia, gone to each and every continent across the globe. So this moon mount has, this gives this Venus, Apollo, and Moon. This gives her the three things needed for success in the art world. Venus means attracting people towards you. Apollo means standing out in the limelight, and Moon means creativity. So she has all three, and she doesn't need a producer or anyone. She can do it all on her own. She also has exceptional intelligence shown by the Mercury finger, meaning she's street smart. And we also see spacing between these two fingers, which was independent thinking. And she is very independent. If you see her songs, her clothing, everything, she represents individuality. That is why she has stayed relevant, even though music tastes have changed and everything has changed. So there's also that. We also see that her heartline. Now, this is another reason for many short-term relationships and long-term relationships ending abruptly, because the heartline is starting from the Mount of Jupiter, which shows idealism. Again, this increases her, what you say, this increases her charity level, generosity, but it decreases her staying power in relationships. So she will be, having high expectations of lovers, and this will not translate well. And because she's in her 50s, so she has to be realistic in her expectations. She might have too high expectations and sudden breakups and stuff. She is at heart a very good person, but she is very eccentric in according to this. She is not also a super open person, because we see that the thumb is very close to the hand, and we also see that the lifeline and headline are joined, which this was actually surprising because I thought she was very super open, but Rihanna seems to be more open than her and more philanthropic. But she is like what you say, she might be very introverted in her real life, which I didn't expect. So she will have a lot of success because she is also not intellectually inclined or academically inclined, because her first phalanges are not that strong. Her first phalanges have sensitive padding over this, so she was quite sensitive and in as a child, and she could have been could have been rubbed the wrong way by people, or because the moon mount is also strong, or suddenly she saw that many people were against her for some reason, having paranoia. But this, it decreases with the age, and of course this sensitivity also applies to her music. So she can sense music, she be sensual about music. She is also very naturally romantic, and she's a money maker, because we see the headline is not too long, not too short, and it is like a very perfect, like it's straightish and going just a bit downwards in the end, which is a money maker's headline. So she will have business success. She will be physically fit till her old age. A lot of longevity we see because of the third and second phalanges. First are not the strong, not academically inclined, wouldn't find success in the academic world. That's why turning to song and dance at an early age was very beneficial. So this is the first phalange. That's why it's not developed. The second stands for business and earning from business and being practical. The third stands for energy, physical energy. So this woman could have also excelled in sports, and she will excel or excel anywhere, even as a businesswoman, because Apollo is strong, and as an international businesswoman, import, export, and connected to a foreign entity. So that would also be her success. And of course, she will be, or she is in business. As you don't make 400 million, don't have a net worth of 400 million without that. But she's also a high earner. So a very balanced form, but the personal life is going to be rockety, because she's again back with Ben Affleck, so it's gonna be very rocky. So anything can happen, and because she at heart is still young and alive. So again, as I said, if the partners are fine with her having short-term relationships, so she will also be fine, and maybe she and Ben Affleck might end up together for like the next decade or so. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this poem reading. Again, you can go to the musicians playlist, and you can watch more poem reading videos in relation to musicians. Thank you so much for watching again. Have a very nice day ahead.